My name was on the street. And we bounce from this here, I'm gonna go down in them corners, let them people know word did not get back to me. Let them know Marlo stepped to any motherfucker, Omar, Barksdale, whoever. My name is my name.
Yo, what's that word, everybody? Hey, listen, I got more Durk Banks murder for hire content to report on the blog. But before I get into the paperwork, you all, I want everybody to take a second to walk over to your laptop, smash that like button, share this video, and last but definitely not least, I want you guys to listen. Now, you all, Durk's legal team is concerned about Durk's mental health, okay? According to them, they saying he's been in solitary confinement for way too long over that alleged Apple Watch. Now, listen, you all, Durk's lawyers is saying that they are violating his constitutional right, and him being in solitary confinement is cruel and unusual, according to psychologists, all right? However, the United States government don't want Durk out in general population because he's dangerous. Nevertheless, you all, it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. I think it's mighty suspicious that when Durk was in general population, a lot of individuals were dying. As soon as he got in solitary confinement, nobody dies. Nobody dies. So listen, you all, sit back, kick back, listen to the paperwork. Like I say, smash that like button, especially if you guys like the reading and if you guys like the facts. Let's go. Defendant Durk Banks, through his attorneys, Drew Findlin, Marissa Goldberg, Jonathan M. Brayman, and Christy O'Connor, hereby files this request for a brief status hearing regarding Mr. Banks' 4.5-month detention in the segregated housing unit. Now, I, Christy O'Connor, state and declare the following. I am an attorney licensed to practice in this district, and I am one of the attorneys representing Durk Banks in this instant manner. Since August 29, 2025, Mr. Banks has been confined to the segregated housing unit at the Metropolitan Detention Center. In the SHU, Mr. Banks is confined to a very small jail cell, just large enough for a single bed, a toilet, and a sink for 23 hours a day. He does not have access to commissary. He is permitted one phone call a month and no in-person social visits. The original cause of his SHU placement was an allegation that he was in possession of an unauthorized Apple Watch. Since August 29, 2025, Mr. Banks has not received the process that is prescribed by law where an inmate is accused of an infraction, C28 CFR 541.7, providing that the unit discipline committee will ordinarily review the incident report within 5 workdays after it is issued, and the UDC will make a decision regarding an appropriate disposition and sanction. 541.8 outlining process by which UDC may refer disciplinary hearing to disciplinary hearing officer. Mr. Banks' defense team has received conflicting explanations for his extended SHU detention without process. For example, in October, an attorney for MDC told us that Mr. Banks' high-profile/celebrity status is not the cause of his SHU detention. Then on December 22nd, the warden represented to us that Mr. Banks' presence in the general population poses a threat to the security and orderly running of the institution due to the high-profile nature of Mr. Banks' pending criminal case and possible violation of BOP's disciplinary program. This is despite Mr. Banks' 11-month presence in general population prior to August 29th without any incident whatsoever caused by his celebrity status or the high-profile nature of this case. Additionally, both MDC's attorney and the warden told us that the segregation review official has been conducting a monthly segregation review where Mr. Banks has been present. Based on the information I've gathered through weekly visits with Mr. Banks over the past 4.5 months, I believe this to be false. Based on my observation and monitoring of the situation, the first time that Mr. Banks has been offered the opportunity to be present at a segregation review was just last week, after I sent the warden and MDC attorney a discovery request regarding these alleged monthly meetings. In response to our inquiries, the government has provided us with an internally inconsistent explanation for Mr. Banks' extended SHU detention. On one hand, the government tells us that Mr. Banks' continued placement in the SHU is not based on the FBI's investigation regarding the Apple Watch. On the other hand, the government tells us the BOP is waiting to institute disciplinary proceedings related to the Apple Watches based on our charging decisions. Both of these statements cannot be true. Either the process to which Mr. Banks is entitled has been delayed and his stay extended due to the government ongoing investigation, or it has not. The deleterious effects of extended solitary confinement of an inmate's psychological well-being are well documented. C. Reiler, ETAL, Psychological Distress and Solitary Confinement, Symptoms, Severity, and Prevalence in the United States, 2017 through 2018, American Public Health Association, January 2020. Scientific study reveals clinically significant symptoms of depression, anxiety, or guilt, disproportionately high rates of serious mental illness and self-harming behavior, and social isolation, loss of identity, and sense of hypersensitivity versus inmates in general population. Because of this, Mr. Banks' defense team has a growing concern that has prolonged solitary confinement may implicate the 8th Amendment prohibition on cruel and unusual punishment, U.S. Constitution Amendment 8. I believe that a brief status hearing is necessary to ensure that Mr. Banks does not constitute a languish in SHU without the process he has been owed for the past 131 days. The government has informed me that it takes no position on this request for a status hearing. I declare under penalty of perjury that the forging is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief.